So here we are again, back in day one of spring training. In the last episode, we played our first game of spring training, came away with a win, excited for what this year's team has to bring. But in this episode, we're going to go over all of spring training. I'm just going to go ahead and sim it and see how we do. And as a GM of the Royals, we're looking for some good wins. We're looking for people to get off to hot starts, see if the averages are up this year like they were last year starting out, and try to keep it going, trying to keep team hot through spring training, and hopefully end up with a winning record in spring training. In this episode, we are also going to go over the team as a whole, see what our team is looking like. If you have not watched the off season, we've made some pretty big changes, have a few guys that were not on the roster last year on the roster in the MLB. So we're going to go ahead and look at those guys, see if they're going to be a big part of our offense and our pitching staff this year. So as I said, we're going to get spring training started and going to show you kind of what's going on here. We're going to put Jorge Lopez as our fifth starter because he's probably going to be our guy that actually starts for us. There's a few guys we're looking to see how they do in the season or how they do in the preseason, and if they don't do good in spring training, like Ian Kennedy, if he doesn't do good, he might see himself being down in AAA, and that's kind of what spring training is used for. It's used to kind of find out how guys are doing at the MLB level. If they can't really make it in spring training, they're probably going to not make it when the regular season starts. So seeing how teams are doing, seeing how we're doing, that's going to help us determine whether or not a player should be in AAA, if they should stay in the majors, that type of thing. Go ahead and look at the box score here. We lost our second game. Doesn't look like we got many hits. Got 7 hits, 1 run, giving up 8 hits and 5 runs to Oakland. Looks like Quintana gave up a run. James came in, gave up 2 runs. So big old yikes. Looks like we might have a problem again at our bullpen this year. Last year we had a big, look at all those L's. We're not off to a good start. Wow, 8-13 at this point. I think we'll go ahead sim to basically the last game. Let's see what we finish up with. So 9-16, so below 500. Not what we want to see. Looking at the other teams in our Twins, 20-8. Wow. So yeah, not looking good. We're at actually the bottom of the list, and I mean, it doesn't really necessarily mean anything because it is spring training, but it does help us kind of understand how our players are doing. And we're going to look at our players here. Vioria hit 600, Salvi 274, O'Hearn's struggling 167. He was our guy last year, killed it. Barra is hitting 267, not bad for him. Barra probably going to make. O'Hearn had 5 home runs. Seems like all he did was hit home runs. So yes, O'Hearn's going to be on our opening day roster, obviously, but I think Barra kind of 267. And I think he's kind of earned a spot at being on the MLB roster when the season starts. We're really wanting O'Hearn to kind of step it up. But yeah, Ibarra, 269, definitely going to get on. What he has to offer, Ryan O'Hearn, we might only play him against righties because he doesn't hit very well versus lefties. We'll see if maybe Ibarra can fill in when lefties are on the mound. Going to our second baseman, Urania, not good at all. 42. We're definitely going to send him down. Hunter Dozier, 247. That's not bad. Alec Boehm, 120. Oof. Wanted to see better from there. Probably going to start Alec Boehm in the minors this year. Mondi, 247. Nick Gordon, 213. Gordon, 131. Wow, nobody's hitting for a good average at all. 338 from Sinzel. Hopefully he can keep that going in the season. He struggled last season for us. Cordero 357. So our center fielders and outfielders are hitting well. Brett Phillips almost at 300 mark. So not too bad, I guess, as far as what it looks like our spring training. Cole threw a 115. It's pretty good. Duffy struggled in 684. Relievers, the ERAs are bad. Really worried about the relievers, honestly, because they're just not doing what we need them to do. Hicks, 704. Hopefully he brings that back around once the season starts. Let's go ahead and start off with our scouts, who we're going to scout this year, we're looking at a lot of different positions. I won't really know exactly what kind of positions we want until we kind of get in the middle of the season, close to the draft, and we know where we're struggling, where we're doing well. So just going to kind of scout anybody we can. Derek Vaughn looks like he's pretty good. We're going to go ahead, look at these guys. Daniel Mesa, wouldn't mind getting another second baseman that's really good, because Witt only probably has a couple of years left. So if we can get a second baseman that can come up and make an impact in the next 3 or 4 years, that will be good. Reggie Kimball, we're going to have him look at outfielders with contact and speed. We're going to try to keep the speed going. That's going to be something that we will always have in Kansas City, because we can't hit home runs all the time. I don't expect Ryan O'Hearn to smash home runs like he did last year every year, because we're a contact park. We're not a home run park. So we want to make sure that we have the speed, we have the contact, we have good fielders, that type of thing. So Reg Kimball is going to do outfield international guys with contact and speed. Dan is going to do the infield east region with contact and speed as well. For Ray, he's going to do contact speed as well. And then David Ramirez does a better job efficiently not discovering, so we're going to have him look at some players. And I think, as we said earlier with the second baseman, I think we will try to target second base right now. So let's go ahead and have David Ramirez look at second baseman. Diego Pedroza looks like he might be good. He looks like he's super fast, which would definitely fit what we want as the Royals. His contact looks like it could be above average, so another thing. Daniel Mesa looks like a complete beast. Looks like he might have that speed as well as good hitting. So definitely probably hit both of these guys up. Pedroza is a 19-year-old, so he's going to have some time to grow. Looks like his MLB ETA is 124. John Madison looks pretty good as well. Looks like he has good contact. He's only a 19-year-old as well. 2023 ETA as well. So we're going to go ahead and look at we're going to go ahead and look at Pedroza, try to get a scouting on him, see how well he's going to do, and kind of go from there. Next thing we're going to do is go over our trading, kind of who we're looking for. We're looking for relief pitching. We're looking for third baseman, left fielders, and right fielders. And we're going to add a few people that we think can bring some good value. So Ramos, yes, he's supposed to be good. Yes, he's decent, but he could bring a good value at that reliever pitching. People are always looking for relieving pitching. Even us, even though we have 7th best rank as far as relieving pitching goes, we're still looking around. Throw Mitch Garver on here. Dueñas we'll throw on there, see if anybody wants anybody like that. Just because they're on there doesn't mean that we're necessarily wanting to trade them. It just means that, hey, like, send us an offer, we might make a deal. And you know me, you know how I run dynasties and franchises. I like to make trades, so we'll for sure have trades this season, but we just don't know exactly what it's going to be, that type of thing. So kind of looking over our top prospects of the year, Guerrero's going to start off at number 1, but most of these guys are going to be in the majors. Brendan Rodgers in the majors, Casey Mize going to be in the majors, Kopech going to be in the majors. So most of these guys are going to be in the majors and not be top 50 prospects throughout the season, but they do start the season off as a top 50 prospect. Thomas Castilla, 19-year-old from Cuba, coming in. He's going to be in the majors. Adley Rutschman, number 1 pick in last year's draft, is going to be there as well. Bobby Witt Jr., our guy, the first guy that's not going to be on a major league roster to start the season, and he's going to be a number 8, so he will probably jump up to number 1 once the season actually is going through. Austin Riley, in real life, he's on the major league team, but they don't have him on that major league team yet. Bryant Hayes looks like he's going to get his first start in the majors. Justice Sheffield going to be in AAA. Mackenzie Gore, AAA. San Diego's got some good guys up here. Michael Chavez, who's actually in the majors now. He's going to be in the majors for Boston this year. Some other guys. Marlins look like they're going to call up their catcher they got to the majors. Luzardo looks really, really good. I'm wondering why he's not in the majors yet. Mitch Keller, surprised he's not in the majors either, especially with the Pirates needing some help pitching. Bukauskas, not going to be in the majors. Royce Lewis, a guy that we looked at maybe getting, ended up getting Nick Gordon, which I'm happy we did. Nick Gordon's played very, very well for us last year. Looks like San Diego will be calling up their shortstop in Urias. I'm surprised that we don't have Alvarez yet, honestly. Another one of our guys, Shane Baz, 24. So we got a few guys up in here in the top 50. Some of these guys look really good. Carter K-Boom looks like he's going to get the start at second base. Perea, in real life, he's up in the majors. They're going to put him up in the majors as well. Cole Winn from the Texas Rangers. If you watch my other franchise that I'm doing, we are the Texas Rangers, so Cole Winn's pretty good. But he's in the top 50 right now. Franklin Perez, going to be in the majors for Detroit. He's a young guy. Going to have to play with him all year, so he's going to be called up. Herbert Littleton, we're excited about him. We're excited about what he's going to bring for our team. He is number 33, is our number 1 draft pick in last year's draft, so excited to see what he can bring to the team, see how he starts out in AAA. He could possibly see some MLB time, but we'll have to wait and see how he pitches in AAA, how he handles himself. If he's good, we'll bring him up. MJ Melendez, a guy we had last year, he's number 39 this year. Nicky Lopez coming in at number 48. Khalili coming in at 41. So we had 39, 40, and 41, even though we only have one of those on our team now. We're definitely moving people around and moving trades, that type of thing. Sixto Sanchez coming in at number 48 for us. And then we end up taking the number 50 spot with Matthew Liberatore. So we got a bunch of people up in that top 50. But we will have to wait till next episode where we will start the regular season with opening day. If you guys like this episode, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, feel free to hit that red subscribe button. Comment down below. Let me know how you think we're going to do this year. We had a rough time in spring training, but hopefully we'll turn it around. Comment down below. Tell me what you think we're going to do this year. Till next time, Slacker out.